Welcome to Overland Expo East. As Daemon Adventures' first time, we opted for the Overland Experience package to get exposure to everything the expo had to offer. With so little detail online with what that entailed, we thought we would fill you in on the good, the not so good, and share some of the great times we had at Expo East 2023.
Ladies and gentlemen, it can be done. We are on the road. Technically still sitting on the road. On the road before 8 a.m. Good job, Daddy. Good job, buddy.
We're going to Expo East Overland with my dog.
What's your dolly?
It's after 8 a.m. And we're going to YouTube.
It is exactly 8 a.m. now, and we are moving on the road. Here we go. We're doing it.
So we did indeed get out on schedule, but not without a lot of planning ahead of time, starting with selecting our tickets way back in July. This would be our first Overland Expo, the East Coast edition of the largest event of its kind. We debated our ticket options, choosing to go with the Overland Experience over the standard admission with camping or even the premium camping. The Overland Experience came with the best camping location, though still festival style, as well as hands-on training and classes just for those ticket holders. I was grateful that the expo offered a military discount and got that all verified, only to find out that the Overland Experience package, for whatever reason, wasn't eligible. But we had made our decision, so we stuck with the plan. After a painless check-in process, we directed to where the Overland Experience camping was, near the back exit for the property, which gave easy access to the trail rides. When we saw the map on the website, it looked like it was a tree line. That wasn't the case. And as we began to set up the tents, we didn't really think much of it, but it was right next to the road. Surely that wouldn't be a problem come nightfall, right? In any case, we set up camp, got our bedding situated, including blowing up the air mattresses, and setting up some very important electronics, and getting ready for the evening. Besides setup, day one just had vehicle inspections for those going on the trail ride, which ended up just being a staff member walking up down the area to make sure no one had anything totally out of place. And then happy hour, where premium campers and the Overland Experience crowd got their first drink for free, which was a nice touch. Now, we're certainly going to take advantage of our free drinks, but we also plan to split our meals between cooking back at camp and also enjoying some of the various food trucks, which turned out to be pretty solid choices.
Green tickets are right down there, sitting on the white hat, right shirt,
Hi. You got it, Anna.
Yeah.
You got it. How you doing? That food smells delicious. You get it from the Mexican truck?
I got it from the green one.
It was like 3 taco trucks, so.
Because that looks like an amazingly hot, delicious quesadilla.
We set the kids down with their food and went to get our drinks when we ran into our friends from next door at the Mid-Atlantic Overland Festival. But as luck would have it, I was alerted that my wings were ready to go.
How's it going?
We were thinking about it.
We'd run into these folks and others throughout the event.
I have to go get my wings. I'll be back. I think this is about to blow up.
Yeah, the wings were pretty top-notch. Everyone enjoyed their food. After enjoying the music for a while, we headed down to the vendor area. Now, I don't intend on interviewing a bunch of vendors in this video. There's plenty of folks out there doing that, so I'll just encourage you to check out those other channels. But there is one DIYer that I'd like to introduce you to, because his mission is worth spreading the news.
It's country. I'm with the United States Veterans Corps. We're out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and just to let you guys know what we do. Number one, myusvc.com. Just saying, donate. But we go to hurricanes and rescue people. We have a program where it's Rescue Ruck, where we can actually have veterans come into our grocery store and they can get groceries but not have to get a bill when they get out of there. And we make sure our pantry's always stocked. We've got a really good group of vendors, Truist Bank and some others step up and make sure we have food for vets. Then as well, we do Toys for Little Troops. Now, Toys for Little Troops is military installations on the Eastern Seaboard. We show up, give toys to dependent families because their mom and dad are deployed, and then the kid, they don't have to pay us anything. We just give them their Christmas and make sure military families don't have to put it on credit card, don't have to blow their budget over Christmas because they know it's coming.
So it's a large organization. It's not just you.
No. It is definitely a large group of donors, not a huge organization. We've probably got 15 volunteers that are regular. Like they say, what a few can do. That's our motto. So we get in there and we do the hard work, and it really does benefit our lives.
It's awesome.
More than we can explain.
Now, as much as we love the mission of the United States Veterans Corps, this rig isn't parked here for nothing. This highly customized beast has rescued over 1,000 people and 600 pets from 13 hurricanes, 5 floods, and 3 tornadoes.
250 bid because I've already had to replace 2, and at $1,200 and $2,500 a piece, that gets expensive, and that's $300 off a deuce and a half. So I go $300, $1,200. Not hard to make that decision. I mean, a truck weighs 11,000 pounds. It's only twice its original weight.
Only. What did you have to do to be able to handle that?
We've switched all of the suspension. It's got F350 springs. We've got 1-ton axles, front and rear.
Okay.
We did front axle delete on the front for the ball joints. We switched over to Skyjacker because Skyjacker's quality is just absolutely phenomenal. It's a labor of love, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
There were a number of DIY builds at the expo worth checking out, and it was nice to be able to talk to folks about their various adventures. We even ran across Captain Rusty's setup, but we'll get back to him shortly. We wandered the vendor area for a bit, which wasn't open yet since tomorrow would be the actual first day of the expo. Then we headed back to camp for a night's rest. We had some real planning to do to determine what trainings we wanted to attend over the next couple of days. Well, that wasn't exactly the best night's sleep. That road was frequently traveled throughout the night, with engine noises and high beams to wake you up regularly. But the sunrise eventually came, and it was a spectacular one. It's a good thing I had a camera set up because I laid back down and missed it entirely. Well, breakfast time.
She gets good for it.
The Expo app made selecting classes easy, with full descriptions and filterable schedule building. But looking at the Overland Experience exclusive classes, they were really geared towards those just starting out. Classes like getting to know your vehicle and safe tire changing were all great topics for the beginner, but we decided to go other routes. We did select our trail ride, another Overland Experience exclusive, but almost all of the slots were full, relegating us to a late Sunday ride. Lucky for us, some folks would eventually change plans, and we were able to squeak in on a Saturday. My first stop was the how to get the most out of the expo talk, just before joining the family in the kids area, which would end up being a highlight of the event. So this wasn't much more than expected, a bit of a primer of the various events and a talk through the content provided in the Expo app and the paper schedule that came in our goodie bag. I stuck around for a bit, but ultimately headed up to see what the family was up to.
Happened to be one of those areas at the very, very
There was a long list of sessions focused on the kids. Everything from knot tying to knife and fire safety, story time, drawing, and game time. These were all run by Captain Rusty. Captain Rusty's not only a legitimate ship captain, but he's also an Eagle Scout, an EMT, a Tread Lightly master trainer, and many other things, including appearing in 2 Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Captain Rusty's motto is to make the world a better place through the sharing of adventures. And he did exactly that by making the Expo far more than just a trade show for all of us.
Hey, Phoebe, where are you going?
The maps.
Maps class?
Mm-hmm.
And where are you right now?
Expo at Overland Expo East.
Overland Expo East. Okay, are you having fun so far?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Look at all the people here. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of campers.
It's the filter. So, for example, Matrimony Springs starts in
The navigation course was not one of the kid-specific classes, but Captain Rusty still managed to keep the kids engaged. They even got to help out.
All right, so what I'm doing is I'm basically drawing concentric circles around her knuckles, her 5 points. Hold your fist up in the air for everyone to see. Make a fist, make a fist, make a fist. So there's my 3-dimensional world. All right, make your hand flat. There's my 2-dimensional representation. Is he allowed to stand on the table?
Absolutely.
All right, mind if I pick you up and put you on the table? You don't mind. Don't fall, okay? All right, let's say I want to go from point A right here, Davenport, and I want to go out canoeing. I'm going to canoe down to this bend in the river right here. One way I can do it, I take a little... You! Go get me more people to help!
In the first aid class, Captain Rusty told the kids to shout for emergency when they needed it. But because they didn't want folks to come running, he had the kids say watermelon. So throughout the rest of the weekend, the kids would be calling out watermelon and practicing what to say when calling for help.
So this hand is clean, right? This glove is what? Dirty. So, I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to put it inside the glove. Okay, so I don't get any of that.
No, under
Then
it.
stick your hand, your other clean hand inside the glove.
There you go.
And pull it off inside out. And then show me your hands. How'd you do? Let me see. All right, nice job over here.
While I didn't plan to get a bunch of vendor interviews on camera, we did certainly get our step count in, checking out some of our favorite vendors and gear, and that led us across our favorite local Overland outfitter, Mainline Overland. And we were happy to hear that they saw and enjoyed our Mid-Atlantic Overland video.
Is that the same Bronco that was up at the festival?
Yep.
All right, yeah, that's the one that pulled us out.
Oh, nice. I enjoyed your moat video. I watched it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
Oh, I just noticed that you were there.
How's your channel doing?
It's doing good.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see it?
Did you watch some
I got the whole peanut gallery in there and everything.
And this is where John rightfully scolded me for not looking him up to send him a link to the festival video. His class certainly didn't fall on deaf ears, but it'll still take some personal growth to put his advice to good use. Wandering off my own for a while, I stopped over at the Toyota booth to check out the new Trailhunter and Land Cruiser. Not like they didn't have my information already, but filling out a short survey and showing my FJ keys got me some free patches and an invite to a shindig later that night.
The problem with this, which vehicle are you most interested in? There's not a new FJ on here. Indeed.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Thank you very much.
And let me get you into our party later. Bring these back, 7 o'clock, it'll get you in.
Okay.
We all returned as the sun went down to see what Toyota had for us with this fireside chat. But it ended up being a real treat to hear from a Tacoma lead engineer.
Tonight we've got a couple of people from Toyota that I'll introduce in a few minutes that literally know the ins and outs of these platforms here. So we have got lead engineer for Tacoma, Sheldon Brown.
Hey, we're super excited that we talk about Trailhunters being a brand which is really for those that overland. So this is really for people, we talk about go fast versus go far. TOD is go fast. Basically adrenaline fuel craziness, how high, how far, how fast. That's not the overlanding space. Overlanding is really about how can I actually take a bunch of things, be well prepared, I can go there and get back. So we talk about go far is really our Trailhunter motto. Hey Sheldon, can you tell us a little bit about what you designed into Tacoma that made it easier to modify for this?
We have full-on frame-mounted rock rails, a half GVW, old man emu. They've been around a little while. We had to have something, we said authentic and credible. We wanted to make a rear steel bar. We partnered with ARB, but we didn't just call ARB and say, hey, we'd really like to get one of those parts, yada, 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 bring it in and sell it to us. We said, come over, sit down with our engineering team. We're going to engineer and design this together. We're going to take.
They went over the many build options for both the Tacoma and the Land Cruiser, and definitely made me think about potential options if we were to outgrow the FJ. If you'd like to see the full event, post a comment, and we'll see about posting the full chat. The one Overland Experience exclusive that we did take advantage of was the trail ride. Realizing the package was really geared towards those just starting out, we didn't know what to really expect, but of course we're going to take the opportunity for a short excursion on a private trail. So we lined up with our group and headed about 15 minutes down the road for a little fun.
You can run these in 4-wheel drive, or you can run these in 4-high or 4-low. Now, when you start talking about mud,
once we'd reached the trail, we had a short talk on the trail conditions and some of the driving tactics we'd be going through today. With the recent rain, we were told that things would be a little slick. Sounds like more fun.
Keep it out of like the automatic shifting mode, particularly when we're doing hills, etc., because you want to have control over the RPMs of your vehicle.
Hope we won't get turtled.
No, plenty of clearance here. Now, while the trail was mild, geared towards the beginner, there was a hill climb that most everyone got hung up on, including ourselves. All in all, we had a good time on our ride. The instructors were helpful, we got a little muddy, and even came away with a lesson in not always trusting that automatic transmission. We'll definitely mark this as a plus for choosing the Overland Experience package.
You enjoy it?
Yeah.
Very much.
Okay, so we'll do the what we always say is the takeaways. What's the one thing that you learned on the trail today?
Sometimes you just need to stick it into second gear and keep it steady.
Yep.
Just use the technology, it'd be easier.
One of the other reasons we wanted to attend the expo was to meet some of the adventurers that inspire us. We've been fans of Lifestyle Overland for some time, and it was a real treat to be able to chat with Kevin and Sarah.
Yep. Animal Rescue. They have a Toyota 4Runner.
We do. Ours is silver. And her name is Silver.
You want to stand with Sarah and take a picture?
Want to take a picture?
Sure. Okay.
Looking back on their years of adventuring, it's been awesome seeing them grow as a family, with Caroline growing up from a car seat to camp cook, and the family most recently welcoming Abigail into the world. Their inspiration has enabled us to look back on our own videos to see how much our kids have grown from outdoor newbies to camping pros, seeking new adventures and staying curious.
Happy Expo! Great job.
Overall, we had a really great time at Expo East, but a successful expo can only truly be measured by one little girl's need to find a four-legged friend. I think we took care of that.
Did you find a doggy? Oh, good boy. Hey, I did that to Tim when he rolled in last year.
That's how we met him. He's pulling in.
Give your ball. Good boy.
Now we're going for Knuckles.
So, back to the premise of our video. Should you attend Overland Expo? And was the Overland Experience package worth it? The Overland Experience package had some great exclusive classes to get you well equipped to start your adventures. If you're just starting out, you should absolutely consider attending. The instructors were great. Our only issue was that the camping location wasn't so great. But we had the opportunity to provide feedback on that, and I hope that's taken into account in future years. You may be thinking it's just a vendor trade show and an opportunity for them to sell you something. Well, sure, it's an expo just like any other, but it's the community that makes it so much more. Make the trip with folks you know, meet new people, and build relationships. Inspire others and seek out new inspiration. We'll be back for sure, but maybe we'll just go with the premium camping next time. And if you decide to join in the expo fun, maybe we'll see you out there.